Hello and welcome to another edition of Say It Loud with me, Lord Harris Idwasari. Today I'm at Nima, specifically Freetown, and I'm standing on this bridge because it is the site where a 27-year-old fuel attendant was hit by a stray bullet after a scuffle of some sort. I'm here to find out from family and other eyewitnesses to tell us exactly what happened, because from the reports that we have gathered, the lady eventually died. When we return from the break, we'll speak to the family and other guests and we'll get straight into the conversation. Please don't go anywhere, do stay. Welcome back. You're still watching Say It Loud with me, Lord Harris Idwasari. Now, like I stated earlier, we are here to speak to the family of Eunice Yeboah. That's the name of the lady who was hit by the stray bullets. Now, we have the brother, mother, essentially the siblings and the mother, but we'll speak to Wisdom first, since Wisdom was at the scene of the incident. Wisdom, Thank you for speaking with us. We know this is a very painful recollection for you, but give us a bit of a background. What exactly happened here?
Okay, it was a Sunday night evening when she was coming from mommy's place, and I met her along the road. And then there is a wedding ceremony going on here, and then the guys were giving a gunshot here and there. So as soon as I met her, and she said, "Oh, brother, I'm going home, but I'm afraid of what they are doing, so I should hold her hand and then escort her to the other side of the bridge for her to go home." And I said, "Okay, let's go." So I held her hand, we were going, and then a step to get out of the bridge, and then she started shouting, "My leg, my leg, my leg." I was thinking she's joking, because when the sound came out, I was thinking maybe because of the sound she's afraid of something. I went back and checked, not knowing it's very serious, very, very bad.
She had been hit by one of the gunshots.
Yeah. So as soon as the thing happened, I grabbed her, carried her. There was a taxi park over here, and then I put her in the taxi. Then we drove away to the nearest hospital. So from there,
which hospital did you take her?
I first took her to the Mamumbi Polyclinic.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the doctor came out, injected her with some drugs. I don't know, and then they said we should go in for folder. And then also we should go in for lab. So we are running all those tests, but we could see what the doctors are doing. We are not much confident that they could do something about that. So we asked for a referral letter, and then they gave us to us, and then we moved her to Rich.
Why were you not confident about the competence of?
When we get there, there is a whole lot of injuries there. Some people get accidents on motorbikes, so they are not paying exact attention how we wanted it.
The day you went there, there were other injuries that people were taking care of.
Yeah. So it was like there are like 3 or 4 people there. I think 2 ladies and then a doctor and 1 guy there. Yeah. So we were like, no, what they are doing, we are not much comfortable with what they are doing. So like they should give us a referral letter for us to move there. So they gave us, and then we move. We get to Reach. They were like, no, they can't do anything about this, so we should go to police hospital. And then we moved to police hospital. When we get there, they should take out the lady. They said no, we should leave the lady in the taxi for them to do some things. I don't know what they are going to do before, although it's their job though. But
what did they tell you that they required before they had to treat?
Okay, they said we should go out and do X-ray.
Okay.
Yeah, but before then they will give us a paper or something. It's their job, but I just don't know. But it's very sad and also painful. We, the family, we are suffering, and how the pain she's going through is very, very bad. So when we get there, they said we should go in for X-ray. So we are waiting outside almost like 15 to 30 minutes.
Show me on your body exactly where Eunice was hit. You said she was hit in the leg, but show me.
Okay, right here.
So she was
on the left side.
So she was hit in the left hip.
Yeah.
And
then came out here. So everything was showing here. The bullet
went through her hip to
showing here.
Okay. So at the point where you were at the police hospital, is that where you said you went?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm sure she was bleeding profusely. And take me through that. After the hospital told you to get some things, what did you do about it?
Yeah, so after we went in for the x-ray and then we came back to the hospital and other stuff, and they said we should get some drugs and a whole lot of things. So we were going up and down, doing what we're supposed to do, and then get whatever we need for them to be able to take off the girl.
At that point, what state was Eunice in? Because you said that she was bleeding a lot. Mm-hmm. Was she still conscious? Was it that the wound was opened, or when you went to the previous place, it had been they had put some bandage or something on it? What exactly?
Okay,
what
so
condition was she in?
She was in a very bad condition at that moment.
She was still conscious?
Yeah. It was bad. So after everything, and then they said we should wait for the doctor who will come and take in charge of the operation side and everything. And I was like, oh, they should do something about it, because the girl is she's very, very serious, and like she's suffering inside. She's very, very suffering inside.
Did she tell you anything when you were in the taxi and you were running around?
She was shouting, her tummy, her womb, complaining here and there, shouting seriously.
How? So eventually, after he took the X-ray, what happened?
So we went back to the hospital, and then we give everything to the nurses, and then they were running their tests or whatever. So at that moment, they pull out her blood that we should go and do another test for them to see. So
at this point, where was she? Was she still in the taxi, or you are taking her into the hospital?
No, at that moment she's in the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah. So we went to run the blood test, and then we came back. So they were waiting for the result before they could attend to her. And we said no. They said we should wait. So they should do something about the lady. She's suffering. So from there, and then I think they went to the lady doing whatever they can, and then the next day, and then when the doctor comes, they said we should go get some blood for them to operate Eunice. So I went out to get the blood. But then at that moment, it was very, very hard. I went to 37. They said it's not their patient, so they can't do anything about it. I went to Kolebu. They said they also can't do anything about that. So I have a friend of theirs that's rich. So I contacted him, and he said, oh, he has someone at the lab, so I should go there. And he sent the guy's number to me. I called the guy, and then we met. So at that moment, I needed three pints? Yeah, 3 pints of blood. And then he said he can't get me 3, so 2. And I said, how much? He said 1 is 2.5, which is 250 cedis. So at that moment, I'm having 70 cedis on me. So I called and was like, right now I don't have anything, so like they should contribute something, and then for me to top up and then get the blood. So when I called home, I called one guy, and then the guy was like, okay, first I called my boss. So my boss went to them and was like, oh, this is where the situation is, but where he has gotten to, he can't do anything about it. At first he was supporting me with some money, but when it got to that, he said no, if he didn't approach them, they would think that the incident or the issue is low or something. So he went to them and then was like, oh, this and that, this is how the situation is, so they should do something about it. According to him, he said one guy said he is not the girl's relative, so what's he looking for? And he also got mad that he will not help me again, so he went away.
When he came there to help, he was driven away because
he wasn't there. He was sending me money for me to get other things and other stuff at that moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So before then, and I called back that Charlie, this was happening so. So one lady called Becky. So she called the church and was like, this is what's going on. So they supported. But before the money comes in, it was late. So I only bought one one pint of blood, and then I moved away. So
What do you mean by it was late?
like when I went to the hospital, I ordered for 2, and they were like, okay, fine. So I told them that I'm going to get the money and come back. They said they don't allow mobile money, so I went to withdraw the money and come back. So when I got back, and I told them that, okay, this is what I have on me, so I could get only 1, and they said, okay, fine. So they were doing what they can to get me the blood, and then the church also sent me the money. So I went to the nurse and told the nurse that, oh, I have another money. So, oh no, it's late. They can't go in for another thing again. So they've already ordered for 1. I was like, okay, fine, they should get it to me. So I paid and then take the blood away. So when I get to the hospital, they said unless I take it to the lab for them to check the blood before they can use it, okay, fine. So I went to the lab and I got there. The nurse said I should sit down and wait.
At this time, it was around what time?
At that moment, it was around, I think, the same time. It was like, I think 3:30 to 4 that way. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I got the
Monday.
blood. Yeah, Monday.
Okay.
So I went there and I was sitting, and one nurse came out and said, she even called me and said, where am I? And I said, I'm at the hospital waiting at the lab. So the nurse said I should wait. He said, they are waiting for the blood. So I said, fine. I went in, and then she also came. We went together. We all went together, and we go and see the one who is in charge at the lab. And she complained, we need the blood and other stuff. So she recorded what she can, and then we took the blood away. And then the nurse told me I should wait outside. I said, okay, fine. So I'm waiting, and they took the blood inside. So during that time, they were operating, and then later on, the doctor came out that it took them 6 hours to take out the bullet. So we should do something about it. It's very, very serious because all her intestines is damaged. So they have to cut some part of her body, to patch some stuff. So we're like, okay. At that moment, they said she's weak, she's unconscious, so we should pay 2,000 for them to put her in a machine for her. Because at that moment, she can't eat, she can't take in anything. Okay, so fine. And I told the nurse that, okay, right now I have 1,000 on me, 1,000 on me, so this is what we can do. We can pay a deposit for us to get in another money tomorrow morning. He said, okay, fine. But before then, she has to contact the one in charge first. I said, okay, fine. She should do what she can. Later when she came back, she was like, the one in charge, his phone is not going through. I was like, how? That moment, I knew we don't have any more hope. But then who am I to say something in front of my mom? So I kept quiet, and then we were waiting for them. So when they got back and they said the number is not going through, so you have to put oxygen on her. So we were there around 12 to 1 midnight, and then they came and put her in the other side, and they said we can go home.
Which other side?
Where they said they would put her in the machine. I don't know exact machine they were talking about.
The same machine that they wanted you to pay 2,000 before.
Yeah. The same machine.
Put her in there.
Yeah, the same machine they wanted us to pay 2,000. So at that moment we called our senior brother, and then he came with money. But how they were, he said no.
Did the doctor that you were communicating with tell you at which point they were able to reach his supervisor or head? Since initially he told you that he had to get clearance before he could accept the money and put your sister in the machine.
Yeah, after they got done with the operation.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where he told me that the issue is very, very serious. So we should go and report, and then we should be serious on the issue.
But after you gave, so did they, at some point did they take the 1,000 cedis, or they didn't take it
No,
at
we didn't even give it out. After she told us that the one in charge, his phone is not going through, and then they said they would give Eunice oxygen for
At that point, what was going through your mind and how were you feeling?
that moment, in fact, my brother is very, very bad. It's very, very bad and sad. I haven't eaten since morning, nor even to take bath or drink something since the incident happened. So at that moment, I was confused. I just don't know what I'm doing, just going up and down.
How long was she in the machine for when they eventually put her in?
She wasn't in the machine.
He said after they put her on oxygen, they moved her from there into a different room.
They moved her from where they operated her.
From the operation room?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they were taking her to where they said the machine is.
Okay.
So we all followed, and they went through in the room, and then they said we should stay back.
Okay.
So we were standing back, and then they came, said, okay, they've put in an oxygen on her so we can go home.
And this was at what time?
That's around 1
a.m. on Tuesday?
Yeah, on Tuesday. So we went home, and then quickly at around 5:36 there, my mom and then my sister went there. So when they went there, and then they called me, I think around almost 6, saying our sister is gone.
They called you at 6 to tell you that you have lost your sister.
Eunice is gone.
I'm really sorry about that. What did you do after you heard it?
Come again?
What did you do when you heard, after you spoke on the phone and heard that news?
At that moment, I'd be able to control myself. So I was like, I'm coming. So as I was going, I tried to pass by at the police station and then let them know that the case we came and reported, I mean, the lady is gone.
At what point did you file the case with the police?
Immediately the thing happened, we went to Mamobi Polyclinic. They said we should report the case. So I went to Kotopabi Police Station. They said no, it's happening in Nima. So I should go to Nima Police Station. So before I got to the hospital, they've already taken Eunice on their way to Rich. So they passed by at the police station and reported the case. So I think the CID in charge saw everything.
Who were the people that you went with to the hospital and the police station?
Okay, I was the one took her to the hospital first, but before later on others came in. But there is a guy sweeping around who also saw the incident, so he followed back. Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. At this point, I'd like to speak to your mom, Auntie Janet. You did do it. You said, "Nima me edin kakra," but catch me. Say now, Ote say Obano, Obi atutu amanakano.
Oh, Sunday you bring me say 6 o'clock. Oba me ho, na me hu fa me. Into oba me ho so oba besra me. And that's Sunday ni off day.
6 o'clock and opa na anymore.
Enyumrem no abadi da but no abeda e wo ahase.
Okay.
Into enyumrem no mu no sorry en. E no oba me ho so oba besia me. Into oba na me ne tina ho bon komo na me so. Ama me ko dem o. No see you no sorry di me chena me ne ko dem nti me ne ko dem ne e bon komo ne e rough. E wa no sorry e say o ko so ko fie. Na me see you. And I'm listening so fine, no so of Fahana or Pano. Almost see quan in a tear quine in her. To a person far say no but far bridge in the soup. No coffee. I'm see you. Into a piano. Ah, or far has seen. Me man TV, but me or Hana. Me baba way. A dear me cabay and obebo. Me back kituano. Aman, yes, say. Ya shoot ama. Into no so who send me yaren into non person be cashi. Actually, me what them are meeting no, or free way ireno. Say ombra, Regina ba, and say, there are some in a Regina ba, and tell Hana, me ba, the wash it to mono, me baba, a very bad rad, and I'm saying, Ikima, ya da asem na esi ana no se manta da mana acha shoot anti ama ho na me pie ni America mpobwa kra me hye bi nto mo de mpobwa ni ntoma ni be hye me wakwan so na me frɛ me ba no me opagya no no say o wo hefa no so polyclinic wo polyclinic na o se an ho na me di me nan se mu se me ko na me baba no fa ka e be fa me wakwan so ana e ko polyclinic ho nti ye do polyclinic ho no ana me bisa so mo na ye se o mo wadam ha se nti me di o ma chi kodam ho nti me kodam ho no no da ho a ye di nsu esi ni so ana ya man pan ye se na pence ni be ya e be ba fam kakra nti ono so hu me na o tie nti mo se ma ya si ya me ya ma mewu me so unwu adenti na obewu wo de be ba be sho ba say na doctors fu no we ba na obehwe na na okọ we su ba na obehwe na okọ we su ba na obehwe de fine me ametiti polyclinic ho nti ho na me bufu na me ka che doctor ni se papa me ba no obre se wo hwe sa ade a wo ye no wuntumi hwe na ka kire se wuntumi hwe no na me fa ma ade me fa ye de na me fa akọ ho na ka che me sa de na me bufu na me ka sa na me se akola na ebre so ombre a na me ka se o bia ombre nti nya wo pe bia obetumi but say na akola ni tipens obre o ka che me sa na ya se ne di enya ade a mema akola no ada ha nti munyi no ma me na me fa be me fufuro nti ampa o mo de ne be ma me na mo se o mo be ma krata bi krata no ma fa ma ya nji krata ni te echire no na me ba we ni sister ba ko e ba e se o mo beji krata no na sa tam no mo de na ma me a ye de ne ko ampa mo yi ne ma ye no fiti akwa no so nyina de be nyina ya nya kwan no no so bre ho so o ka no mo se ma mewu ma me so wu na nya me wo ho me bia be ye o se mi gidi me se mi gidi ba se hwe hen yo enti ye ba sa ana me se on twen driver no ofa ha onya no me se na ombre na ni mu kakra se ye be du junction ha ye be nya kwan ana enti ye be du junction ha no na ofa soro enti me ba ne frɛ me se police for ne se ye fa na embra police station sana ye de na call hospital enti ye de ne call police station Nima police station na police for ne ba na mo se o wo hen ese oni ni enti not na seat no mo no de wada me ba no so na o bo ne nsa na police for ne ba so mo be hwe bebia ade ne ye no enti eyi ho ne de kire no bullet ni fa ni left no so na be pie wo na ya se right ni to wu a ho na peja na msi ama ebe ye ye wo de yan ko enti police for no so hu sa no mo ye mu hwe no so anya madam fu ni na msi wadam fu no ade atu ni no msi ne yemfa ni ntem yemfa ni ko rich ti ye ko rich na oyewura inside ho no omo se kwan ni ho ti yemfa no ko police hospital ene sansan ye chi ye besin ko police hospital ampa nya ko pon eni bude ye do police station ho no omo be yin Africa no omo yin Africa no no da kan no omo ko ba ye ko ya card ye ko twa scan no so da ho no ble ya ye biele be lo mo so mo yin no e chire kura san omo be fa no de no ko to pass omo de no ko to pass so no mo so mo be ma ne drip omo be ma ne pa ne na no ho to no fitisan ya de no ko Monday 3:30 ansa no mo be fa no de no ko theater e de no ko theater so mo ka kire se yen ko to moja miensa ana moja ne hifa ne be nya bi yen obi a e be mo obi yi moja no o mo tin ba ku ni yi moja no kra jo mo sa check hwe asana omo di moja ne sinu sa no ma ye adwuma na ma e ho na me ba no frɛ na adamfo bi wo rich so omo hia moja na ne sisa anya akwa hia ana na Africa kire so ombra na on hwe so be nya bi amana ana me ba ne du ko no ko no kita 250 e woni nsema sa no du ko ana police won so omo wo moja ne ba ko wo ho nti e se e koto mienu na ye de ba nti ono so ko no sika no kita ne ye 250 na kita no di ko to ko no okonya mienu no na so tu ba ko sika no frɛ ka kire say moja no akonya bio but skin ko ne so ye hwɛ se wache kakra ne mafrɛ no kakra ne mafrɛ no so oba kakra ya frɛ no se sika anso ye na sika ne ye 250 nti ba ko pɛ no nya nti ho ne start say ye frɛ ankrofo say wisdom ko to moja mama we nya moja no si mienu but we nya ba ko pɛ sika no so anso say ho ne frɛ adwuma mu no mo sen ne sika ne di ma no say onji no fanto moja no enfambra to moja ne di ba no na sa to no mo yin na fi dan ba ko mu di na ko theater asa no di moja ne ba to di moja ba ne se on tina ho kakra no twe na mo ko check moja no mo aba asa na o mo di abeye no operation no fa na e gina ho nti na doctor ni pie ba na say doctor si akosi sen na doctor ni so ye mbo mpa ye am see you Yampire now, see, I am Mompire, Nebby. See, oh, no, some peer by, and I said, Doctor, they see, of course, it's almost, oh, I didn't say iron. A heading pa, on a Cassandra time, I wouldn't call theatre. Young shot time, or dear, you didn't call her 3:30, a peer 9:30. No, just say, I didn't know why you say bullet in our can, nin soon, any now, dear, into Joe Mucha, and son or Marjorie, up. Let me say, eh, son, I didn't go do, or say, I, you. See, my year, Tia Mompire, now Moody or City, it's in the so, now call unconscious. If you owe my Sabe or my Bisa woman, and I say, they say, I said, I didn't acquire near so Moody caution machine, Bimu, machine near 20 million. See, the 20 million of fine, you, my friend, into Eddie Cacabo, to me 13 million. 30 million in a year, I say, you bet to me my deposit. Now, Omufa no machine na omo discabeba na tatam na me ba no so my friend all about this cano eba ntin ka omo nji we no na omo fa ni ko machine mu na ye hu senia ye beye nti ye gina hwa na omo san tro dro bre ye nti 13 million na ye kita no enu amu na me san yiye se san fa koto dro enfa bra na omo fa behwe no ni nkwa na ye pe nti ye discano ma omo koto dro no kakra no masa ba o masa twa dro no dia ba yen koto we kakra no masa ba mo yen koto edo no masa dia ba na me discana ma no fi me si me fa sika ni na ma no ento omunya kapia no afa moto no dia me ka no edro ba ko me ba we o chi fiti ho e ko wosu e ba rich e be si ko 37 edro ba ko no onya bi nto
na Eunice ni health insurance
na Eunice no da bi no ni health insurance oni health insurance nti ya fa health insurance afa nye ejuma nti ya de no call ye no ana ni boyfriend ni nua e frɛ me bawe ana obisa ne sisi ade na akɔ esen ana ana o ka chen so sisi ade ni mu ayɛ nti ye kɔ hospital no nti boy no ni pa o ya awure no ana ogi phone no wo me ba no ni boy ni nsɛm ana oni me ba ne kasa sɛ asa asamu we sa anya police case yan just a police case no na yan hwɛ ni pa ko no na on sponsor ne yan hwɛ no ana me ba ne ka chen sɛ asamu oni ne ka no no ntumi hande sa asamu no so ni mu ni brag osin ana osin an sɛ so oni mu gosin dia ana oni gosin daily sa daily no na oni de ntumi ni un daily sa daily ɛhɔ na mo kate line no o ma frɛ an bisa sɛ e bia akosi sen di asem o mo anka hwe e be pem sesi ani odi niti e di afam a odi owu a ye di gina ha sesi an
nti moko catch police for no de no mo kan
ya catch police for no mo catch say enfa no hospital nti owu ye no e na me frɛ me ba no say ya sesi ani nua ba no we ja yen ho ono so what intimate say no kita phone no me nya ka asem pe na me ti say ade bi to phone nti me say ni phone na kita no say na me di ka asem che na phone free ni sa toy nti wentu me ansa frɛ me anka hwe ankyerɛ me bio e kyire no na me be frɛ ni so wo enfa na no so wo police station so police station dia mate nti me ni kasa wie no na me be frɛ pani no say asem say na asi no say dia say na me say a wenua ba no wa free mu o wa ye nya me dia no say ade oba nti onu so me san frɛ no no so onu so call police station ho ansa no free police station no e na oba ye nche wo mochiri ho
na nti Eunice Tuesday
Tuesday ne ya tamo mo de ne beto ewe no na ya be free ho no ya free ho 3:30 ahomache e na mo bisa ya say nti badisa ma ye ko fie no tam be na e beba na me so e be 4 to 5 a mo be hu ye ni mo ho na mo si ye jija na say nti mo ka chen say ko na me bisa say nti sisi ani yan ko no o mo hia hwu a ye be to ama o mo ho bio ma na no so da bi o mo hia hwe nti yan ko nti anopa no ye be wie ya ye ko ye no na me ni me baba ko bi ko ye be ma nti ho na o me bisa me say ne bra we ye me din na me so o ye me ba nti o mo frɛ ni di ni ko inside ho na mo ni ko ka senti o pie ye no say na o ye no na me bisa say di asema so me dia me bra abonti na one me nkasa ti me ni pie ba abonti na ka che me say me schedule ne mo asema o ba be ka nyam je say wawu say no ba be ka kire me na ka kire me peko so wawu na say na wo frɛ me na wo dada wo de ka kire me na me so me mu ti o ka kire me apa na me frɛ we no na me bo na me na we so ba e no so ye ko na me ka kire say comfort wo sister o ko e kwa na ye nyina yɛde so so mu ansa na yɛkɔ mɔkyere hɔ na yɛkɔkɔhwɛ sɛ ampa sɛ
Wisdom.
oh
So the police pressure on Nima. The yeah. We taking a quick break here. You're still watching Say It Loud. When we return from the break, we'll give you more details. Welcome back. You're still watching Say It Loud with me, Lord Harris Idwasari. We are currently in the home of Eunice Yeboah with the family and other neighbors. But right now, we're going to speak to her senior brother, Godson. He's going to give us more details into what exactly happened. Now, Godson, after your sister got shot and everything that happened afterwards, did you reach out to the people who were organizing the wedding to try and get their side?
I did. Honestly, I did. I was in Zongo when my junior sister called me that this what happened to my sister. So I rushed to Mamobi Polyclinic, and when I went there, I don't see anything being serious about taking care of my sister. So I quickly told my mama they have to move her from there to somewhere else. So we decided we're going to Ridge. So that I asked them to go to Ridge. I have to go to Nima police station to lodge the complaint before coming to the hospital.
Okay.
So from Kotobabi, from Mamobi Polyclinic, they passed by with her to Nima. So the policeman saw the gunshot, and they was like, no, we should rush her to the hospital. So they left, and it left me alone there.
But I'm asking if she was shot as a result of the plenty celebrations and all that which was happening. Now, the people who were organizing the wedding, did the family contact them or try to find out?
I tried to communicate with one of the guy that is having the wedding. I spoke with his brother. Okay, but what his brother told me firstly was they want me to take a picture of where she got shot because they think we are joking there. So they want me to take a picture for them to see the picture before they can do anything. I was like, really? The girl is in pain. She's in a severe pain. So you guys have to compromise because we've spent a lot. We've spent everything and we have no money with us. That's the main reason why we contact them.
Okay.
But they didn't give us any authentic reason about helping us. So we just forget them. And none of them show up. Firstly, when they told the boy, this girl got shot, and he was like, what is his problem in this issue? If she got shot, he didn't shot nobody. So, and after his brother came to me, brother was like, he want me to provide him a proof that she got shot. And I was like, the pain she's going through, I can't do anything. And that's where we didn't communicate again. So after his brother came to me and was like, he's ready to take care of every bill that is gonna prevail. And I was like, okay, no problem.
And did they do that?
No, they didn't do that because he asked me to let him pay. And I was like, we have to organize every receipt because right now we didn't organize any receipt and you're asking me you want to pay. I know. He said what he told me, and I got to know that the brother, the one that's getting married, know the one who shot the fire was, he told me his brother, I should let him know they are ready to take care of everything, but I should let him know. Then he'll talk to his younger brother. Then they can see the guy who shot the fire. So that's where I got to know that, okay, this guy know anything about, he know the guy who shot the fire. So I didn't give them any mind again. So when she died, and he called me, he want to come to the brother, he want to come to the police hospital. And I was like, no, you don't come, you don't have to come there. Because if you come there, definitely somebody is going to say something that will disturb you and it's going to bring a lot of talk. Because when we went there first time, nobody showed up. It's me and my mama, my aunties, and my brother. We are the only one who have been going up and down, paying every dime that they have been requesting for.
Okay.
So
let's talk about the police now. After you reported to the police and then Eunice passed away, have they made any arrests? What have they been telling you?
Okay, after I went to Nima police station to meet the crime officer, what he told me was that the boy, the one that having the marriage, they said he was not there when they fired the gun. And I was like, he was not there. And I didn't understand why the crime officer should have told me that. Because I'm in pains. You shouldn't have told me the guy was not there before they fired the gun. So what is he trying to tell me? What is he trying to show me? I was like, I mentioned names that when I did the investigation, names that I know that they were there and we holding guns. And he told me that that boy was not there. And I asked him if the boy was not there. He told me he went and do inquiries and investigation. They said the boy was not there. And I said, I also went there. I was asking the area guys. They said they don't know. They don't know who shot the gun. They don't know. So how can they know if that boy is there or not?
So what did they arrive at? What did they say they would do about it?
Well, he told me he's going to investigate about the case. It's not going to take 1 day or 2 days, but he's going to investigate. And I was like, okay. And I told him, may God see us through in this case. And I left.
So as it stands now, what does the family want to be done about the situation?
Well, we just want justice to be prevailed. That's all we want, justice. From the top, we want justice because we have nobody. We have nobody. We want justice. That's what they have been doing here. Anytime they kill somebody or they shoot somebody, then they said, God bring it, God take it. You understand? God bring it, God take it. But you can't tarnish somebody's image so easily. Like, why will you be using gun in public like that? Is it licensed or is it registered gun? No. They just use the gun anyhow in Nima here, especially downside. Downside. Any shooting that go on in this hood or Newtown, Nima, Mamobi is downside people. Why will it be anything like that? And they claim to tell us they are MPP people. So
when things like that happen, do you report to the police?
We always report. Nima police station are not serious. I'm taking off they should see my face. They are not serious. They don't take it serious as we want them to take it. Because anytime they pass by, they do have conversation with those people. So they know them. Anytime we report a case, they are not serious with us. There is a gunfire, we go on there. They went there and said we are the people who shoot the gun. Meanwhile, they give warning shots like 5 times and they took all the shells to Nima police station and lie against us. We and them, which people do hold guns? We don't hold guns. We don't deal with guns. We don't deal with guns. They are always with guns. But anytime we report to Nima, we don't see anything. So me, from day one, I told myself I'll report the case at Nima, but I'm not allowing Nima to pursue my case to another level. Either take it to headquarters or regionals. I will never allow Nima to carry my case on. Never.
You told me earlier that you kept the bullets of your sister. Why did you do that? Why did you not hand it over to the police since they are the ones investigating the situation?
Well, I took the bullet from the police hospital because I want justice to be prevailed. I asked the doctor to give me the bullet so that I'll give it to a better person that will carry this case far.
Have you showed it to the police?
Of course, I showed it to a police, but I didn't show it to Nima police people.
Who did you show it to?
I showed it to, I went to headquarters.
Okay.
I went to headquarters and I think I showed it to a new CID that I want to get there. I showed it to him. Yeah, this is the bullet. The bullet that they used to kill my sister. Yeah. It's in the glass, nobody touch it.
After you reported it to the police headquarters, what have they said?
Well, I didn't report yet. Or I told the CID about the case. So they want to call for the docket. They want to take the docket from Nima to Central. Then we know how to pick it from there.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for them.
Final word. Then I'll say, yeah, found idea is this year.
You see, idea me person we are say. Idea mo be ya me ba no. Obenya sumdwe. E dia na me person we ya mame. You see we na kuma osoro. Akuma osoro ti say na man kasa so makuma osoro. Ti me pe kwanya mo be fa so me ba ne be dedian mame. Me ni asem ya ka. Ya mo be ya ka no. Well, those are the final words of mother of Eunice Yeboah, Auntie Janet. She's seeking justice for the daughter who was killed by a stray bullet as a result of celebrations at a wedding which was held here at Nima, Freetown. That's all we have for you today on Say It Loud. My name is Lord Harris Dosari.